when you read the scriptures and when you read the writings of the saints, they're all full of what we call the journey of a spirit, the journey of our soul. And what is very interesting is that this journey back to God is a journey of love. And this is why in all the scriptures you'll find this statement that those who love God are the ones who find God. So what is love of God? Love of God is a passion to be back with our source. Love of God is realizing that we are a part of the Creator. Love of God is to be having the unity and dispelling the separateness that we have. Love of God is to be able to attain that for which we have come into this world. And it's very interesting that many of the traditions have that what we call sitting in silence or meditation or praying to God with attention on God, in which they sit in silence and they are trying to commune with the Lord. So meditation is nothing more than taking our attention away from the world outside and focusing it within ourselves. And to meditate, we don't need to be in a monastery, we don't need to be on a bank of a river, we don't need to be on the top of the mountain. Each and every one of us can experience that in our own lives. The path is not a path of renunciation. So we need to excel in all spheres of life, physical, mental, emotional, and then spiritual. And we should not forget that on spiritual health depends the health of the body and the mind. That if our soul would be healthy, if our spirit would be healthy, all other aspects of our life will fall into place. And so, meditation is a means by which we nurture our soul, by which our soul experiences the divine light and sound of God, which give it the power to fly through the inner spiritual regions back to God. God is waiting with open arms for each and every one of us. Many times when difficulties come in, we think God has forsaken us. We forget that at each and every moment of our life, God is always there to help us. We forget the hand of the Lord. We forget that God is there taking care of each and every aspect of our life. Why? Because we, as we grow up in this day and age, are being trained that we are the ones who are going to get the results and based on what we do. So we are putting so much emphasis on developing individually, as if we put in an effort and we get the results. Little do we realize our job is to put in the effort. Our job is not to worry about the result. That should be left in God's hands. Since we tie ourselves so much to the results of what efforts we are putting in, if the results are not what we expect, we are disillusioned. And that's the cause of difficulties. Our expectations are that I did this, this, and this, so this should happen. When this doesn't happen and that happens, we're disillusioned. We say, I worked so hard. Why didn't I come first in my class? Why didn't I get all A's because I've been putting so much effort? And when you get 1 B plus, you say, boy, something's wrong. And so the saints tell us, that doesn't mean you don't put enough. You keep on putting your effort. But don't tie yourself to the results of those efforts, because it is when we tie ourselves to the results of the efforts that we make in, that we are disappointed. And so when we put in an effort and leave the results in God's hands, then only we are living by the principle, which is sweet is thy will. And those who put their faith in God are the ones who pass through life in the most peaceful manners. Why? Because they've realized that their soul, their essence is the same as that of God. this physical life is definitely going to end for each and every one of us. Some of us will be 60 or 80 or 100, maybe, 120 in this day and age. But one day we are physically going to die. Now, does that mean that's our end? The saints tell us no. That's just changing of our vesture. What ends is the physical body, but not the soul or the spirit. That soul lives on, that's everlasting. And so while we are in this physical existence, we need to do those activities which will help our soul. Because our soul is going to live beyond the physical existence. And this is why all of our teachings are telling us, okay, let us be loving, let us be truthful, let us be non-violent, let us create an atmosphere of peace and harmony and joy. And as that happens, we'll find that we will be getting to our goals. We all have come here to know ourselves truly and to know God. And those who focus their attention within are the ones who definitely will find God. God is not sitting up in the sky, or we don't need like an aeroplane which goes at supersonic speeds to get there. God is within each and every one of us. And as we invert, as we go within, as we learn to silence the body and the mind, then in the silence of the body and the silence of the mind, we start to connect with God, the two primal manifestations of God, the light and sound of God. And as we connect with this creative power which brought all creation into being, then we are transported from the physical to the divine.